All right, welcome back to a new week of the CFO Swinger Watch. You guys already know the deal. Let's get right into the technical analysis of all the tickers that we have on this week's newsletter. Okay, so let's take a look at the overall market here. SPY is looking very, very good. We are still in a very much of a huge uptrend here, and for the past week or so, we've just been going straight up. Okay, now if you were not looking at the bigger picture here, we've been going up, straight up since the March lows here. Okay, March 2020 lows. All right, not March 2021, but March 2020 lows. Okay, so we've been on a huge, huge, huge V-shaped uptrend here. You guys can kind of see that V, or even a check mark if you guys want to see it like that. And we've been holding this support here, this ascending support for quite a while. Okay, and when I'm looking at the weekly chart like this, and I see a ticker symbol that's showing an uptrend like this, right? I am always expecting a turn of events here where the price starts to go lower and lower, and the price starts correcting itself and going back to this 50 SMA. Okay, and this is what I'm going to be expecting in the near-term future as well, especially for SPY here for the overall market. All right, and that will be a very, very healthy consolidation. However, if we don't go back down to 50 SMA, we'll most likely come back and test the 21 SMA, the light blue line, on the weekly time frame. All right, so make sure you guys are watching that because the 10 SMA and the 21 SMA on the weekly time frame, they're both a very big support on an uptrend. All right, so if the prices are too far away from the 21 SMA, okay, what I've realized is that the price tends to come back down and hit the 21 SMA and bounce right back up. Okay, so on the daily level here, on the daily time frame, all right, there's a lot of lines here. All right, but these are very all important price levels that I've drawn out here, and you guys should have that as well. Okay, so right here on Friday, we've closed at all-time highs again. It was a very, very good week for me personally, and I'm very excited for this new week as well. But we do need a little tiny pullback. We might even end up with a small insight day tomorrow if nothing really happens in the markets. But you know, I just really want to see some type of a consolidation phase again, or even a little tiny correction back down towards maybe around 422-ish or even 421.50-ish. Okay. So those are some support levels that you guys should be watching in the event that we do go back down. But so far, we are seeing some very, very good uptrend volume here as well. Okay, we've had these little tiny dips, which are essential to this big move up here, right? Every single time we moved up, we crashed right back down and hit the daily 50 SMA. Every time we moved up again and hit all-time highs, we came back down and hit the 50 SMA again. Now, this can be something that can happen in the near-term future as well. We can come back up like we're doing right now and then slam right back down to the 50 SMA again until we finally decide to correct in a big way and come back all the way back down and hit that 50 SMA on the weekly time frame. If I can see what that number is, around $370.99. All right, so that'd be a huge move, actually, right? But we really don't want that to happen. But if the market does start correcting itself, we need to be prepared for that. Okay, so for now, just continue to watch where the market's going. We are still in a confirmed uptrend, and anything can happen the next few weeks or even this week. So make sure you guys are on watch. Okay, so XPI, I want to show you this name. It's not a ticker that that's on the watch list, but it is on our market summary. So XPI is the ETF for our biotech sector. It's been raging for the past week or so. Okay, and I just want to bring this to guys' attention here. Okay, because it just broke out of a falling wedge here on a technical standpoint, and biotech should be on your watch list because we are, still coming out of this COVID market, I guess depression, but not obviously related to the market. But the COVID cases are going back down, and the economy is opening back up, and it seems like things are kind of finally going back towards normal. Okay, but with this new Delta variant and Delta Plus variant going on in India, this variant is mutating very, very quickly. And, the US is also having these new Delta cases. We might want to pay more attention to the biotech sector as people are now scrambling to want more vaccines from biotech companies like Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, Pfizer. So, it might be prudent to kind of keep an eye on the biotech sector, especially XBI, especially if you don't want to trade specific biotech tickers. So make sure you guys have your eyes on XBI. Okay. All right. So that's kind of it for the market summary. Let's go ahead and go into the tickers. All right. So Workhorse, this was in last week's watch list. All right. So Workhorse, we absolutely did exactly what I wanted. We broke out of this bull flag here, or bull pennant, and it hit the long-term, long price entry here. And if you're still in, okay, you should still be in if you're still in, because we tested this previous level of resistance here that we were kind of experiencing here around 15-ish, a little bit of turbulence there, and we rebounded on Friday. Okay, so this is the reason why I kind of want to be watching this again, because it can show us a new entry here around the $16. Okay, around $16 is where we can have another second entry for a long term. Okay, but Workhorse here, after that USPS, very negative news that it couldn't secure the USPS contract, it just fell completely to the ground. All right, so we're gonna see a lot of sellers right here. Okay, once we start heading back towards the 20s and higher. All right, so this big volume of selling is going to be something that the price will have a lot of trouble trying to go back up. Okay, so around the 20s and up, it's going to be very hard for this stock to continue higher. All right, but if you're long from the 15s to the $16 area here, the 20s can potentially be a profit. Okay, profit target. All right, laser. Okay, so laser, Luminar Technologies. All right, they had some news. All right, I have provided you guys with all the info and the fundamental info that on the chart, on the weekly watch list there, excuse me. And so you guys should know what's going on with Luminar Technologies. Okay, but right now we're seeing a nice ascending triangle here. Okay, so I am currently long this name personally, but this name could just simply just consolidate forever and ever and ever until we end up on this converging point on the ascending support and the horizontal resistance here around $25.25 ish. Okay, but I am expecting a nice move higher as we break this $25 resistance, and then eventually break this $26 and 40-ish resistance level here as well. Okay, so we are seeing a nice ascending triangle base here. And if we do indeed break above the $26.40 resistance, we can potentially come back to the all-time highs around 40-ish here. Okay, this is where a lot of buyers were accumulating, but you guys should see what happened here. The price just kept on falling and falling, so there's a lot of buyers who are trapped from these prices, and there's a lot of buyers who are trapped when they thought they were buying the dip here, as you guys can see from the volume here. Right, right here is where a lot of buyers are trying to come back in, right, and lower their average position price from where they're in here. Okay, so you guys have to remember that, because if we start heading back to these prices around I guess I would say around 32-ish to 40-ish, these buyers might want to get out, and there might be a lot of selling pressure, which would be your price target, especially if you get in around the levels that I'm showing you. Okay, so good luck with that one. All right, J&J. All right, J&J. Let's remove this here. Okay, so this is a biotech name. All right, and this is something that I've traded before, and I kind of hate trading, but this is essential because of the fact that I've written it in the newsletter, so you guys should know that. But this one is looking pretty interesting here. Okay, so I'm gonna do some live TA for you guys here. Like I said before in previous videos, TA is something that you guys should be comfortable with, and it should be a bread and butter to you guys at some point as you keep on practicing and practicing and practicing. But it should be very very quick, right? And you should be able to observe these levels very very quickly. All right. Now, with these levels drawn out, okay, on Friday, we saw an immense amount of buying come in, okay? If you guys look to the top left, you guys can see that the average volume was 6.82 million, while the daily volume for Friday was 10.9 million, excuse me. So that's a lot, right? That's way more than the average, right? So there's a lot of buyers buying into a lot of biotech names, right? So if we, this is a very huge critical support. So if we break the support around 162, okay, we can start heading lower, okay, until we hit another crucial support around 157.50-ish. All right. But this level has to hold. And it looks like we've been, okay, on this day, right, on this candlestick. All right. But we just have to be careful of any sideways move that might trap in long-term buyers, especially if the stock starts moving sideways here, they might just think that's it's an accumulation phase where buyers are slowly buying into a position, but the market can do the complete opposite thing and completely just break this critical support here of 162 and just flush the price down. All right, so you guys have to be careful. All right. I do see some type of a weird head and shoulders here forming as well, but the market can do whatever it wants and completely negate what I'm saying, right? So just be prepared for anything, right? So if you guys get into the price entry that I've given you guys for the long term, just make sure you guys are managing well, because this biotech name J&J can be very very wicky, and it can be very hard to trade because of the fact that it can gap up and gap down of every single trading day. All right. And that's also one of the reasons why I kind of hate trading this name, but this can be a good potential long-term trade. All right, Run. So Run, this was also in last week's watch list, and it absolutely killed. All right, this was a very very big winner for me, and I hope it was a big winner for you guys as well. But on Friday, the reason why I want to keep this is that it's giving us two opportunities here for a long-term position and even a short-term trade. Okay, a short trade. All right, for the short term, and so far it's been kind of holding this ascending support trend line here as it's heading up higher and higher and higher after breaking out this base here above around 47. Okay, so right now on Friday, we saw an immense amount of volume and an inside day candlestick. And usually, if you guys don't know what that is, an inside day candlestick usually indicates a continuation of a pattern. And what pattern are we on? We're in an uptrend pattern, right? The trend is to the upside, right? So that means we can potentially see even more upside. But if the uptrend stops, okay, I have also provided you guys with a short entry here if you guys want to profit off to the downside. Okay, so if we break below, okay, if we start kind of consolidating like this sideways here below this 55 level of resistance here, we might start heading lower and then eventually break this ascending support level, okay, ascending support trend line, and then break this previous level of resistance, and we might just flush to the downside. All right, I provide you guys with the entry levels there, so make sure you guys are watching that closely. Okay, but yes, this is a very very good name to be watching for. It can provide you with a lot of good day trades and swing trades. Okay, so that is it for this week's tickers. Let's look at the extra tickers that I'm looking at. So SOFI, so SoFi Technologies. All right, so this is a name that a lot of people are starting to watch now, especially on Friday when it got an upgrade from one of the investment banks to a $30 price target. Okay, but we had a nice gap down and then continued sell off throughout the rest of the day. And the reason why I'm watching this name is that we can potentially start, gapping right back up tomorrow above the 50 SMA here, because usually when stocks gap down like this on the 50 SMA, okay, we tend to snap right back up. Okay, because sometimes stocks would like to say, whoa, 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 hold on. We do not want this. Okay, we do not want to break the crucial 50 SMA, the daily 50 SMA. Okay, and we want to come right back above. Okay, and there's most likely we're going to see that tomorrow. Okay, and if you don't, well, that's whatever happens, happens, right? The market will never care about your feelings or whatever your opinion was the day before, right? But from my experience, the price tends to snap right back up over the 50 SMA. So I'm looking to snatch this name for the long term around $19 here. Okay, so if it starts to head up higher, I might buy in even more around $20 here. Okay, but if we do indeed snap right back up and I get in at $19, $20 would be a very, very critical area of resistance, as it was a previous level of support here. Okay, so there will be some heavy sellers here, especially if the price starts heading back towards the 20 area. Okay, $20 area. So this is a very undervalued name. So this can be a very a long-term investment for me. All right. Now, the other name that I'm looking at and the name that I'm already in, okay, is Momo. So Momo is a Chinese tech name, is specifically more of a social dating company. So something like the Chinese Tinder or Chinese Bumble or whatever you guys would want to compare it to. But regardless of that, this Chinese tech name is looking very, very good for a potential squeeze. So I've been in this name since discount stick right here, right below around a little bit below $15. And it's been pretty good so far. But there might be another chance for you all to for all you people who've not know what Momo is. But this is something that can potentially give you some nice profits here, as you guys can see on the weekly time frame here. If you guys kind of look at the bigger picture, this stock has been pummeled. All right, and we're right back to the highs of the IPO days, right around the $15. All right, around $15 and $18. All right, and so we can potentially squeeze right back to the 20s. I mean, it's all plausible here, right? It's this name is right back to its IPO levels. Okay, and we've been holding this very, very crucial $13 support level really, really well, and now we're bouncing again, right? So we can see a potential squeezer if enough buying comes in. All right, so this is something that I am already in, and something that you guys should also be watching out for a potential long-term entry. Because if this thing comes back down to $15 to do a retest, that might be your entry for you all. Okay, so good luck with that. That is it for the stock picks, and let us head into the crypto. Okay, so my crypto pick is actually Ethereum. Okay, one of the top big three crypto coins, right? And Ethereum is actually looking very good so far. I'm actually currently in at the bounce of 1810. Okay, so $1,810. All right, I saw some good consolidation coming in, and so I wanted to get in at a support buy, and it looks like it's working for me so far. I took some profits already at this candlestick right here today, actually, and I'm still holding the other half. All right, for a potential run up back to above the 2000. Okay, so this is something that you guys can trade, because crypto can be very opportunistic for any scalp trades that you guys want to do. So quick trades in and out. But for me, Ethereum, I think is a great long-term hold, and I really love the founder of Ethereum. He's doing some very, very good things with Ethereum, and this just overall the public is very, very positive about this coin. It's not like a shit coin, right? It's not one of those poop coins, right? So as one of those major coins that can be used in the near term future, just like the mother of all coins, Bitcoin. All right, so that is it for this week's CFO Swinger Watch. I hope you guys love this CFO technical analysis breakdown here. And if you guys are new to the CFO Swinger Watch or new to this channel, please like and subscribe. It will go a long way to show your appreciation. Okay. And just good luck with the rest of this new trading week. See you all next week.